and welcome to DCTV Recap. I'm Jason Inman.
I'm Ashley Victoria Robinson.
And of course, you know this is the show where we answer your questions about the DC TV shows and all that rigmarole. Before we get to those questions, first stick around till the middle of the video or so, because we're going to reveal the winner of the last week's contest, and we have another contest as our march to 75,000 subscribers. But I also want to tell you about the trade paperback for Jupiter Jet, our comic book series about a girl with a jetpack and a cat and her brother fighting robots and ray guns and blimps, is now available for pre-order. It collects all 5 issues of the series, and it's been positively reviewed by IGN, Newsarama, Comicosity, even Batman writer Tom King has positively reviewed it. He loved it. So you can pre-order it at any comic book store, or you can go to barnesandnoble.com and search up Jupiter Jet, or you can go to amazon.com and search up Jupiter Jet and pre-order it right now. And we have a link in the description if you want to do that. Please go check out our comic book. Please pre-order. It makes a big difference. We want to make Jupiter Jet Volume 2, and the sales of the trade is what's going to matter on that. So if you enjoy any of our free content that we put out on this channel, how about supporting maybe some of our stories? Because we talk about stories all over this channel. How about go check that out? It hits bookstores on May 30th, so go get your jetpack. All right, let's go to the questions here. The very first question comes from Jose Daniel de Toro Martinez, who says, guys, dude.
Not a guy.
I'm saying dude back to him. I would like to see a top 10 best villains of the whole Arrowverse. I know that you aren't used to making tops, but I would like a video about Prometheus, Reverse Flash, Tobias Whale. Greetings from Mexico. Love your work and love you both. Hello from Mexico.
Hello to Mexico.
Well, instead of making a top 10 Arrowverse villains, I thought, why don't we talk about it right here? Why don't we name who we think is the best villain of the Arrowverse? Now, this includes all the shows. It includes Legends. This includes Black Lightning. This includes Supergirl. This includes the Constantine animated series. It includes all those shows. Ashley, is there a clear winner? Like, right off the top of your head, is there somebody who, if you would say who is the best Arrowverse villain, who would you say?
It's Deathstroke. It's got to be Deathstroke.
Slade Wilson.
There's no room for argument on that front.
There's no argument, Oliver.
I know some people would want to argue that he's an anti-hero and he's not a villain, and well, what's the antithesis of a hero is a villain, is always my argument back to that. But, because we flip-flopped on whether or not.
I'm a villain, Oliver.
He is. He was the villain of the entire first and second season of Arrow.
Well, not really the first, but.
I think he's one of the greatest characters the show has ever created. And I think when you look at the larger scope of the DCTV universe, we've never eclipsed
Deathstroke.
What we get with Deathstroke. I think there are other tremendous villains, but if we're going to pull the number one, it's got to be Mr. Manu Bennett himself.
Yeah.
How about you? Do you agree? Do you disagree?
I mean, I do agree with you. I don't think there is anybody else who comes close. There is one other villain that comes close, and we'll adjust the list, and I want to ask your question again. Sure. But I think you're right. I mean, the best season of the Arrowverse, if we take out Black Lightning, is Arrow Season 2. Arrow Season 2 is a season that none of the shows have come close to touching. It's like perfection. And when you see Green Arrow versus Deathstroke as the finale, like, it's impossible. And yeah, part of it's the casting. Like, Manu Bennett is a great Slade Wilson. And I remember when they first cast him in that part in season 1, I was like, I don't know about this guy.
That dude from, what was it, Gladiator?
No,
which one of those
Spartacus.
Shows is from? Spartacus.
Spartacus. The Gladiator's a movie.
I don't know, guys. They've got leather skirts on.
When you said Gladiator, you immediately threw me in the movies, and I was
wrong.
like, what?
I knew it was a TV show. I'm sorry. I've never watched Spartacus. I'm sure it's great.
It's actually a pretty good show. I've watched a little bit of the first season. It's a pretty good show.
I mean, I liked the posters. No one had a shirt on.
And Lucy Lawless is in it, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Welcome to
the one thing about
Spartacus Recap.
One thing about the Spartacus doesn't work. Yeah, Spartacus. Hello, Spartacus Recap. One of the things that doesn't work about Spartacus, though, is the special effects. Special effects aren't great.
Ooh.
It's a star show.
Well.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go back to Manu Bennett. Manu Bennett's great, and his chemistry with Oliver really works. I mean, there's a reason why when in the finale of season 5 in Lian Yu, when the first scene was with Deathstroke and Oliver handing the mask and going, I need your help. There's a reason why that blew everybody's minds, because he was the most despicable villain that show had ever used. So yeah, to me, without a doubt, it's Deathstroke. All right, so we're going to adjust the question. Take Deathstroke out of the running, since we both agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another choice? If Deathstroke is out of the running, who is the best DCTV Arrowverse villain?
I think there's a good argument to be made for Damien Dark.
Interesting.
Because Damien Dark he's affected.
He's had 3 seasons now.
The widest number of characters. He's a character that we can't seem to get rid of. And even though his debut season is in maybe one of the worst seasons,
and he's not even good in it either.
But he transcends that season.
Sure.
And then when you recalibrate the world around him, like bringing him back is one of the best things they've done, as opposed to like bringing Malcolm Merlyn back is terrible every time it happens. So I think there's an argument to be made for Damien Dark.
But I will say Malcolm Merlyn was a good season 1 villain for Arrow.
I disagree with that. I think there's an argument to be made for Reverse Flash in his various incarnations. I think if you're just looking at the impact of the villain on their season, I also think there's an argument to be made for Tobias Whale.
Yeah, but
it's a different scale than someone like Damien Dark.
I take Tobias Whale out of the running of this argument because I don't think we've had enough time with him.
That's fair.
He doesn't really get his revenge against Black Lightning, and when you look at season 1, the only thing that Tobias accomplishes is he gets rid of the ASA, and we didn't know that was his plan. Like, we thought his plan was going for Black Lightning, right? So there's a little bit of a trick, whereas I think that's brilliant writing. I think in terms of being satisfying for a villain, he doesn't satisfy that villain thing.
I think other than that, the only top contender would be Prometheus.
Well, I was going to say, to me, Damien Dark has become a good villain, but he didn't start a good villain, and that's the reason why I wouldn't put Damien Dark on this list. Prometheus is a really good choice. Now, Prometheus I think would definitely be in your top 5. I think if you take out Deathstroke, if we were to come up with the number 2, I think without a doubt it's Reverse Flash. I think just based off of season 1 Tom Cavanaugh, I think it's easily Reverse Flash.
But even when he shows up and it's Matt Lesher later in Legends, like, he continues to be great.
Matt Lesher as the villain of Legends Season 2 is amazing. He's really good, too. So when you think about Reverse Flash has had 2 seasons as an amazing villain. But like I say, like we were talking about with Deathstroke and Arrow, Arrow has never beat Deathstroke. Flash has never beat Reverse Flash.
But if you look at all these characters, even if you humor me and we put Tobias Whale back in the running,
he's in the top 10.
All of these villains have direct personal ties to the hero, and they have direct conflict, and they're actors who have great chemistry with the other actors playing the heroes that they come up against. That's why a character, for me, like Savitar or like Astra, even though Astra does have a direct tie to Supergirl, like, the ideas that they're trying to accomplish are too big and too disconnected from the rest of the narrative.
Look, I think Tobias Whale will get there. I just don't think he'll get there till the end of season 2.
Yeah.
It's literally an amount of screen time. Like, he's had the least amount of screen time.
Absolutely.
And I think he's a great actor. And I think so far his storyline's great. I don't think he's up there yet. So I don't think he's there. So
that's fine.
All right, we have a question from Muhammad Anwar, who asks, do you think they'll ever use Superman for a crossover? No.
No, I'd like to see it, though.
I would, too. I just think he's booked up by the movie stuff. All right, so last week we were doing our march to 75,000 subscribers. If you're a watcher, viewer out there right now and you're not subscribed, please click subscribe. We want to get to 70,000 subscribers sometime this summer. And if you know of people that would like our content, share our channel with them. Last week, we said a random subscriber is going to win this Cyborg David F. Walker trade.
It's so good.
That is going to Andrew Curry. So, Andrew Curry, all you have to do is go to my main channel, click the About, message me, and I'll send you some Cyborg. This week, we are giving away to a random subscriber. It'll only go to a subscriber. This Superman...
cute.
Kawaii Cubes Series 1. It's a cute little Superman. So if you want that, you have to be a subscriber, and I'll pick a random subscriber to win on our march to 75,000 subscribers. Okay. We have a question from Colin Gilly, who asks, hey, Ashley and Jason, my question for you is, the return of Roy Harper next season. What do you think his codename will be? Or is he just returning as Arsenal?
Oh, he's just going to be Arsenal.
That's what I think, too. Do I want him to be Red Arrow?
I would rather that he was Red Arrow, but he'll be Arsenal because that's the name that they like more in the comics, and it sounds edgy, so that's why I will.
Well, yeah, even the show avoided Green Arrow for a long time as well.
A long time,
so, yeah, I agree with you. They're just gonna call him Arsenal. It's
I'm
whatever.
looking forward to him coming back though.
So yeah. All right. So we also asked for your mail packages, where the address is flashing on the screen right now, and we did get a package here. This comes from Herb. He says, "Hey, Jason and Ashley, I just wanted to let you know that I really enjoy your YouTube comment and perspectives on the world of DC and beyond. I thought it might be fun to have some snacks while watching some of the shows you review, so I've sent you an assortment of some common and obscure Canadian candies. As well, share with Jay Washington as well, where he's not here, but we'll get to him soon. I've also included a jar of wildflower honey from my own honeybees who forage in the northeast region of Calgary." Ashley, for the...
This is like one of the coolest things I've ever been sent. If you want to go straight to my heart, give me something that has to do with bees.
Yeah. Take care, Herb. Okay, so he sent a box here full of...
good Canadian treats.
Good Canadian treats, Ashley. We have some stuff like... I've had Smarties before. I've had Coffee Crisps
This is my
before.
favorite candy bars, Coffee Crisps.
He sent us some Kinder Surprises. What are Kinder Surprises?
Kinder Surprise are chocolate eggs that have little tiny prizes inside of them that you can build. They're not available in most of the United States because they're considered a choking hazard.
There's mint Kit Kats
yes.
from Canada. I've had Crispy Crunches as well. I think Crispy Crunches are pretty good.
Yep.
Now, Ashley, out of what we have left in here, what's one that we should try out? Like, what's a distinctly Canadian thing that you like?
I like these chicken bones a lot.
All right, let's open up chicken bones. Let's have a tasting of some chicken bones. Herb, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Herb, you also betrayed us by sending us the soap gum. I can't believe you did that.
Oh, the soap gum.
There's a pack of gum in there.
Oh, this?
This purple gum is really common in Canada. They sell it in vending machines and
Tastes
stuff.
like soap?
It literally tastes like soap. It's disgusting.
Should I try some of this on camera?
Sure. Oh, I can't open it. I need scissors.
Can you not open this? Okay.
I
think I've had these before.
I think you have. They only make these in a couple places in Canada.
They're very peppermint.
And they're
only a couple places? Like
yeah.
You can't buy these at like Walmart or Target or something?
Well, there's no Targets in Canada.
Oh, really?
They brought them and then they failed. I think there might be a couple in Toronto, but they only make them in a couple plants, and they're the fun kind of hard candies where they might slice the top of your mouth open.
That's pretty hard. It's like chewing a peppermint. It's like a chocolatey peppermint.
Yeah, they're really good. I love them.
Why are they called chicken bones? Do they say?
I don't know.
Where are they called? Oh, it's the Ganong Chicken Bone Story. It's a candy maker. Oh, they were friends of our church. Oh, okay, there's a story behind it.
There you go.
All right. I might have ruined my palate, but I'm going to try this soap gum.
That's so gross.
All right, I'm worried about this. All right, here we go.
So gross.
It's like we've become Good Mythical Morning. We're just eating stuff on camera.
Oh, boy.
I think it tastes like laundry detergent.
It tastes like soap.
Ew. No. Why would you eat that? Why would anybody eat that?
I don't know. I could smell it. I
literally feel like I licked a Tide bottle.
Well, people are eating Tide Pods now.
Oh my God. Don't do that. That's dumb. All right, so if you want to send us something, of course, the address is flashing on the screen. Also, go down to the comments and leave us a question for next week. Get creative with your questions, guys. I see like the same 5 questions over and over. So go down to the comments, leave us a creative question. Click subscribe.
And for more exclusive geeky content, why not check out patreon.com/Jawin. Come be a super friend and join us in the Hall of Justice.
Seriously, we want your questions in next week's DCTV Recap. Go to the questions.